Hello, today we will gonna take a look at the new Takom Blitz kit Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ausf M mit schurzen. Here is the box art, very cool and very interesting. As you see, the box is rather small. It's similar to a 1/48 scale kit, to be honest, but the Panzer 3 it's not a big tank, so the box is adequate to the tank. On the sides of the box we have two paint schemes: German Midwar Dunkelgelb with green and brown camo, standard Midwar German camouflage. Here we have some basic key informations. Is the second Takom Blitz kit. The kit number is 8002. On this side we have a sprue map, and let's see what's inside the box. As you see, the box is full of plastic, some paper sheet from the distributor in Poland, and as you see, all parts are packed standard for this producer in separate bags. The hull, upper hull with fenders, a main turret part and some spruce. First, let's check the instructions. As you see here, instructions come as a small booklet with some basic informations about the real vehicle, standard thing for Takom instructions, paint charts, some tips how to apply decals or removing P parts. Here we have the sprue map, and the instruction steps shows us 3D renders of the kit. Pretty standard instruction for Takom. As you see here, we have a linked tracks. It's a pity that this kit don't include track jigs, because they're really cool and helps a lot. They were in, for example, in the previous Takom Blitz Tiger, and assembly the linked tracks with the jigs are very easy. Some upper hull details. As you see, everything is clear and rather easy to follow. Nothing hard. The turret constructions. Of course, this kit does not include any interior details. And here we have the paint schemes prepared by Ammo Mic. Four of them, everything in standard German Midwar camouflage scheme. And now let's see the plastic parts. In the first bag we have a hull top and rear schurzen of the turret. Let's open the bag and see the details. This is the schurzen panel from the rear of the vehicle. Unfortunately, we have some injection pin marks here They are not very hard to remove. The bolt details looks very good and sharp. Now let's check the whole tube. It's very well made. The details looks awesome, to be honest. And the bottom of the tank looks very nice. All details are sharp and looks pretty cool. I really like the Takom Blitz kits because they have smaller amount of parts. They are rather fast to build, and the details are very cool, and the quality of previous Takom Blitz Jagdtiger was really nice. I built this kit and can recommend it for all. Okay, let's see the other parts. Next we have the upper hull molded with the fenders and schurzen brackets. The fenders have really nice texture molded on. See how well made are the weld seams and hinges. Everything looks very good. The front of the tank. I'm impressed with this molding quality, to be honest. Especially I like this weld seams. I compared the older Takom kits, for example the King Tiger, and the welds are much worse. So the Takom made the very good progress with small details like this. And of course let's check fitting of the main tank parts. Let's see how they fit together, and look at this. Any gaps, the fitting is just perfect. Okay, let's check the other spruce. On the third back we have the main turret part. Again, well detailed, with nice weld and a little bit of texture. So it seems like it is a perfect kit. It has a nice fitting, limited parts amount, small amount of P parts. Molding quality is really good. Everything fits. It seems like a perfect kit. The turret bin also nicely done. All rivets and details are visible and clean molded. Now let's check the tree spruce. Let's start from the biggest one. This sprue contains a turret base, gun mantlet, some other details for turret bin, gun mount, gun barrel, slide molded one piece, the turret side doors, cupola, and other details like grenade launcher brackets and others. Everything very sharp. And the second big sprue with other details like the tools with molded on clasps, and unfortunately these clasps are not the best, to be honest. They could be better. They are a little bit chunky and thick. I think that if somebody wants to build nicely done miniature, the tool clasps are first thing to replace in this model. Other details are very good, like this additional frontal armor, the jack block with nice wood texture, machine gun, all tools have a very thick clasps, the crowbar, and these tools too. So far all looks very good except the tool clasps. The towing cables are made from plastic, but they are acceptable. Looks good. Here we have two the same spruce with road wheels. Here we have two the same spruce with road wheels, and I had to tell that the road wheel looks awesome with these signs of the rubber parts. Very cool thing. Return rollers also superbly done. Engine covers, shock absorbers, grenade launchers. Looks very good, to be honest. They are not thick. Looks nice. A front light, S-hooks with the awful clasps again, unfortunately. A swing arms, nicely detailed. So the same like on the previous spruce, everything looks pretty cool except the tool clasps. I really like this big Panzer III drive sprockets. They looks really massive and I just like how it looks. This sprue contains the schurzen brackets. They are not very thick, but to be honest, every producer and every plastic schurzen brackets will be overscaled a little bit in compare with the real thing. So if you want, you can use the aftermarket, but as the plastic parts it looks acceptable. And the turret schurzen with bold details. As I said before, they are not the best, but not the worst. As plastic part they looks okay. Here we have the small sprue with a jack and other small details, the suspension parts, some towing hooks, jacks is nicely detailed. Nothing but to report on the sprue. And the tracks, as I said before, the tracks in this kit comes as a linked length with the long parts and some single links on the curved areas. The details on the tracks looks very good. What's very important, the single links comes without any pin marks, so they don't need any additional work. On the longer pieces we have some pin marks, but this is the upper top, so here the pin marks will be invisible, so only we have to remove a few of them. Tracks from the kit represent the early type of Panzer III tracks with empty guide horn with hollowed. It's not solid like on the late production Panzers 3 or 4. It looks pretty good, and they are much better than Dragon DS tracks, for example. Very solid tracks. Who would like something better could of course use some aftermarkets or metal tracks, but for me they are okay. Here we see the P parts. As I said before, the Takom Blitz kits comes with limited P parts, so it's good for me because I'm not a big fan of P. Here we have some big sheet with schurzen. It's really cool that Takom provide the schurzen as a P parts, not as a plastic parts like on their last Panthers kits, because always P parts are better for this and they well represent the scale thickness, so I'm pretty happy to find the P schurzen inside the box and some brackets, and that's all. I'm very happy that there are no tons of small P parts required to build this kit, because I'm not a big fan of that kind of work. Good. And last but not least, the decal sheet. It's rather big for 4 different paint schemes, as I said before. I work with Takom decals, they are very good. As you see, they are sharp printed. They are not overly thick. Colors are okay, so nothing special to report with the decals. In summary, I can say that I'm really impressed with quality of this kit. I really like the Takom Blitz kits because they are fast to build, very well detailed, and what's more, they are worth to recommend for any type of scale modeler, because it's very good for beginner, because it's have a limited parts amount, and on the other side it's perfect for more advanced modelers, because they have very good details, and it's a good kit for straight from the box, and of course it's a good base for extra detailing and using a lot of aftermarket spare parts, metal tracks, etc. So in my opinion, for this price it's one of the best choices, because this kit costs something about 35 euro. So in this price it's one of the best kit, to be honest. Thank you for watching, and see you on my next episodes.